that's how I felt about Chance the Rapper's coloring book. You know what I'm saying? There was a
Oh
time
yes, I'm
that
so glad we're talking about Chance right now,
that
bro.
there was a time in my life where I wanted to just fucking
Mm-hmm.
cut the
Yeah, I
lights
feel.
off. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but that album got me through a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
coloring book. So coloring book was unique, right? Coloring book came on the back of 10 Day and Acid Rap, right? Two really solid projects, like some of the most solid front to back production. I say production, front to back organization. I'll put it that way. Of projects that I'd seen in a minute, like 10 Day. If you listen from front to back, no skips. Real talk, no
no
skips.
skips, no skips,
Acid Rap, same
no skips,
situation. And
no skips.
I personally felt like Acid Rap should have been like it should be counted as far as Chance's best projects.
It is his best project.
Absolutely,
I don't
like
care.
Acid
Like,
Rap should be. 10 Day, I respect the fact that it was one of the earlier projects, but at the
right.
same time, I feel like it's so good. So coloring book going into it, there was a high expectation because
People did.
if the last project you heard from Chance was Acid Rap, you're like, this next shit needs to like knock the doors off my Honda Civic. You feel me? Like this shit needs to be insane. And he didn't disappoint fully, right? Like there were some tracks where I'm like, could have gone a little harder. Some tracks where I'm like, this was okay, this was all right. And there were some tracks that I was like, it served enough of a purpose to where I was like willing to like let it slide. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the way I felt about it was around that time after he dropped Acid Rap,
Mm-hmm.
he
Acid
went
rap or
to
coloring book?
it was no, this was before Color Book because you know
Okay, okay.
He dropped Acid Rap 2013.
Acid, yeah, Acid Rap was 2013 because Acid Rap and Stone Mountain Kawhi came out at the same time.
Yep, yep. And it was kind of a weird time for him because he was with Gambino a lot. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like
just got off
you think,
tour with him, if I remember
yeah,
correctly.
he just got off tour, and every time you went on social media, they were always together. And through
Yeah,
those
it
experiences,
was a pretty volatile time, honestly, because there was a lot of theorizing that they were gonna have a joint project. Still, like to this day, people are like,
right?
when's the Chance Bino project actually dropping? And like they've teased it, they've talked about it. I doubt it's happening anytime soon with Bino working on Atlanta and a bunch of other stuff. But
Right.
I honestly, as a fan of both of them, I hope it happens. But if it doesn't, it's fine.
Right.
We've been
And
okay. We'll be okay.
through that 3 year gap of
Mm-hmm.
Acid Rap and Coloring Book, he got clean. You know what I'm saying? He got clean, and he explains this in the song Sunday Candy. And
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people missed that explanation in the song, where he said, "I like how the song went."
You talking about in the chorus or in one
No,
of his verses?
in the intro of the song.
The intro to
Literally,
Sunday Candy. Hold on.
yeah, and literally the intro of the song. It was kind of crazy how he explained how he felt, how he was feeling, because Sunday Candy came out way before Coloring Book.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, because Sunday Candy was on the Social Experiment album that
yes,
dropped
sir.
in
So,
2015. We
yep,
literally just talked about that.
yep. Hold on, I got you. I got the lyrics right here. You ain't gotta worry about it, cause
Hold on, let me not play it so we don't get DMCA'd. But I was literally
right,
about to just play it. But
right. So
she
he
could
goes,
say, and he's lost in the chance that
"Ain't no
she love
way
me.
that you love me."
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
And now he
I am
goes,
the thesis of a prayer. At least it's in the net. Yeah, yeah. No, I remember. I remember now.
Hands on the ones who love his blessed me. And Jesus Christ until now. He was talking about his grandma in this song.
Yeah,
He said,
yeah.
I got a future, so I'm singing for my grandma. You sing it too, but your grandma
But
ain't
your
paying
grandma and
for
my
it.
grandma. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then he goes, mine is handmade, pan fried, sun dried, Southside, and beat the devil by a landslide. Praying
Mm-hmm.
with a hand tied, president of my fan club, saying to her, something told me I shouldn't bring my butt. Now, when he said something told me I should bring my butt to church, this is him, you know what I'm saying? This is him returning to the old practices his grandma had when he was
Uh
young. You know
huh.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
he started going back to church. He got clean. He didn't do. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He wasn't on acid anymore. He
Because
wasn't.
about to say, because he became not necessarily religious, well, but just more rigid in his outlook on life. Honestly.
Right. And then he goes, I come to church for the candy, your peppermints is the truth. I'm pessimistic on Monday if I had tweaked in the shoe. Now, this is what I think what he meant by that is whenever he was high, whenever his high came down, whenever his trip was over from, you know what I'm saying, his acid trips,
Mm-hmm.
he thought about, I feel like he thought about his grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
he misses grandma. He wants to go back to that. He wants to go back to that life
Hmm.
of being. You know what I'm saying? Just being
I
pure.
mean,
You know what I'm saying?
for the sake of transparency, having lost a grandma as well, I completely understand where he's coming from with that.
Right. He misses grandma. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when you transition from Sunday Candy into Coloring Book, everything makes sense on a lot of the songs in that
Hmm.
album. Like when he was talking about same drugs.
Hmm. Yo, so that's what I meant when I was like, okay, some of the tracks were like really good, and some of the tracks were kind of eh. Same drugs. Actually, let me look at the track list real quick so I can actually give you an accurate explanation of what I'm talking about here. There we go. So all we got was the one that they did on SNL. Like like literally the night the album released was a Saturday. He went on SNL and performed All We Got with Kanye and the Chicago Children's Mass Choir. No Problem. I thoroughly enjoyed, obviously,
Oh yeah,
because it's Lil Wayne and
oh
Two
yeah,
Chainz, obviously. Summer Friends was really good. Drum Sing Special was really good. Blessings with Jamila Woods was
flawless,
honestly, yeah, you're right. You're right. And then
flawless.
Same Drugs, getting the Same Drugs was what the first time in the album where it started to feel like a Chance project. Does that make sense?
Yep.
It's at the
Cause
point in the album to where it starts to feel personal. It's not because honestly, every track up until that point is a feature. You know, he had
right.
Kanye, Wayne, Two Chainz, Jeremiah, Francis and the Lights, Drum, Jamila Woods, and then Same Drugs is the first track that is just him.
Yep.
And then you get back into the album nature of this project with Mixtape with Young Thug and Lil Yachty, Angel with Saba, Juke Jam with Justin Bieber in Tokyo, All Night with Knox Fortune, How Great with Jay Electronica and his cousin Nicole, obviously, Smoke Break with Future, Finish Line with T Pain, Kirk Franklin, Aaron Allen, and then Blessings with Ty Dolla Sign. So the fact that you single out Same Drugs as the song that makes the project feel like a Chance project is incredibly telling because every single track has an element of someone else's creativity in it. But Same
Yep.
Drugs is all him, which is incredibly
Yep.
poignant,
And
honestly.
I think that with same drugs, he's saying that my life is different now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like
We don't yeah.
I'm not the acid
I'm not the
I'm not
person I
the
used to
acid rap
be.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not acid rap anymore. This is me.
Yeah. It's
He's
crazy.
he's sharing with his fans that you have to embrace change. And this is
Yeah,
what I'm doing for you guys.
we don't do
It's
the
not
same drugs no more.
right. He's saying like even though I'm doing this for myself, I'm also doing this for you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
This is for you guys too. I want to share this with y'all. Like I want to share this my career with you guys.
Well,
You guys make
so on the back of that, I have a question for you. How do you feel about the Big Day Chances was it Chances Big Day? What's the actual name of this album? Because I've heard
the
so
big
many
day.
The Big Day. Okay, because I've heard so many meme versions of this actual album name. But how did you feel about the Big Day?
Now it's definitely a downgrade. It's definitely a downgrade. Now,
Because I'm gonna
uh,
look at the actual track list and see. Because I've listened to this album front to back maybe twice total. And as far as
I'm
music consumption is concerned, I may as well not have listened to it at all. Because like listening to an album twice as opposed to like the hundreds of times I listen to an album normally,
right,
it's ridiculous. But I feel like there are some songs that pop, right? Like Hot Shower is pretty
right,
good.
right. Big
What else?
fish,
Yeah, Big
big
Fish was really
fish.
good. Um, let's see. What's the one with Nicki? Um,
Oh,
what is the one
slide
with
around,
Nicki?
slide around. It was him and Lil Durk and Lil Nicky.
Yeah, yeah.
Lil
And then
Lil Wayne.
Eternal with Smino was also really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slide
Now,
Around, and
now,
then
let me tell
yeah,
you why this album just wasn't it for a lot of people, especially for Chance the Rapper's fans. The album just sounded all over the place.
it
It
really
sounded all
did.
over the
It
place.
really did.
It sounded all
It
over the place.
felt like what, like three or four different projects, like that he
It
was like,
did,
we'll just take the best from each of these eras and put them all in one project,
and
and then
I
just go
feel
from
like
there.
with the production, I think that if they had a chance to redo it, they do it better.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
as far as this one, as far as this, I think that this just wasn't it. They should have took more time mixing it. They should have delayed the album. They should
See,
have.
and it's very easy to make that call when we don't know how long it's been in production. Because if you look at when this song was released, July 26, 2019, right? And if
Right.
you look at when Coloring Book dropped, it was May 27th, 2016. So a 3-year gap between his first studio album and second studio album. At least 3 years for the songs to be polished, produced, all this stuff. So how much time is enough time to get it to where it's public ready? You know? Like
No.
how do you make that call? If you are on the production side of things, you make a product you're proud of, regardless of whether it's actually good or not. You make a product you're proud of. I feel like he released it when he wanted to, right? Because the thing is, we were in a Chance drought for a minute. Like he had a couple things here and there, a couple features, but at the same time,
He also had a few singles.
and a few singles as well, and we were in a Chance drought. He released the Christmas album with Jeremiah. He released his little 4-pack on SoundCloud. Like he had some stuff out, and there was pretty solid stuff. So why make the call to release Big Day when you do? You know what I'm saying?